Welcome back to the deep dive.
Yeah.
Today, well, we're attempting something a bit different, a really concentrated deep dive. We're taking a single piece of art, just a set of lyrics, actually, and treating it like it's a full philosophical text.
And the source is Alison McLean's song, Reflection, a song of self-discovery. Really potent stuff.
Exactly. So our mission today is to, excavate those core insights hidden in the lines. Ideas about identity, reality, relationships.
Yeah.
We're basically treating this song like a blueprint for living, seeing what it might offer you, the listener.
It's a great choice because unlike maybe a dense book, these lyrics are so focused. They build this single, really coherent system.
Right?
And it all seems to rest on this one central idea, this hook.
Which is?
That the internal life and the external world, they aren't just connected, they're inseparable, constantly mirroring each other.
That's it. That core statement from the chorus, all that is a mirror of itself, in play. It implies we're not just, in reality. The song seems to say we're the consciousness operating the stuff of reality.
Precisely. And to really get how the system works, we kind of have to start where the lyrics start, how they frame reality itself.
Okay.
They don't just say, here's existence. No, they introduce it as an action, as something we do.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack that idea of play. The song opens with those really key questions, doesn't it? So how are we playing?
Right.
And then that greeting, welcome to our reality, that wording immediately suggests it's not fixed.
Exactly. It's dynamic, participatory. We're the players, maybe even setting some rules.
So that word playing is doing a lot of work there.
It really is. If reality were just fixed, we'd just be, what, observing?
Existing.
But playing. That brings in intention, consciousness, choice, agency. It means you have to participate, and your actions aren't just random noise. They're actual inputs into this system.
Okay, but I have to jump in here. If it's play, doesn't that sometimes feel a bit, I don't know, trivializing? When you face real hardship, real suffering, it doesn't feel like we're choosing the rules then, does it?
That's a really important question, and I don't think the lyrics are saying the consequences aren't real or aren't severe.
No.
It's more about the structure of the experience being participatory. Think about chess.
Right.
The rules of chess are fixed, right? That's the structure. But how you play, your moves, your strategy that determines the outcome.
Ah, I see.
The structure's there, but the game itself, the play, is totally dynamic,
Right.
based on your choices.
Okay, so the stakes are definitely real, but the agency is still ours within that structure. That actually leads nicely into that other concept later on, life's replay. If we're actively playing now, what does it mean if our actions are setting up the next loop in this replay?
Well, it suggests a really quick feedback loop, doesn't it? The way we choose to engage with reality now the strategy in today's game isn't just shaping this moment, it's kind of programming the setup for the next time around.
So if I approach things with fear, the reflection, the replay, is probably going to serve up more fearful situations.
That seems to be the implication. It's like the universe or reality just keeps handing back the same themes or energies we didn't fully process or resolve last time.
Like a self-writing script then. Scene 1's choices determine Scene 2's setup.
Precisely. And if reality is always reflecting, the only way to change that script is to change the input, change how you're playing.
Which puts a huge amount of weight or power on the present moment.
Absolutely. It shifts things away from feeling like a victim towards, well, total responsibility for the replay you're experiencing.
Okay, that takes us straight into the chorus. This is where the song really anchors its whole philosophy.
Yeah, this is the core.
We move from reality as a game to defining the basic mechanism.
Yeah.
The mirror itself.
Exactly. And this section is all about absolute unity. It starts right off with realizing all is us, and then immediately seeing ourselves in another sees ourselves in it all. It's basically non-dualism, but without the fancy jargon.
Let's break that down a bit. Realizing all is us. That's suggesting what? No real boundary between me inside and the world outside.
Pretty much. It's more than just empathy. It's saying that tree, that difficult person at work, your own thoughts, they're all made of the same fundamental stuff, the same consciousness.
So it's all just the self looking back at itself in different forms.
Yeah, a good way to think of it might be like an ocean. You
Yeah.
have waves, currents, drops. They look separate, but they're all the same water.
Okay.
The song's saying we're the different forms, the waves, but we're all fundamentally the one ocean.
And then it gives us the mechanism for how this works, the line we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
All that is a mirror of itself in play.
Right. which means the external world isn't some separate foreign thing. It has to be just a projection of your internal state.
So if everything's fundamentally one thing?
Then the outside part can only act as a mirror. If you're holding on to resentment internally, the mirror just shows you situations that seem to justify resentment.
And if you're feeling abundance?
The mirror reflects abundance. The reflection itself is objective, if you like, but the source, the image being reflected, that's always internal.
And what I really appreciate is that the lyric doesn't just leave it there as this nice abstract idea.
No, it makes it immediately practical. Demanding, even.
Yeah, it forces that personal check-in. So check out our reflection of who we are today.
Exactly. You realize reality is a mirror, and boom, the next step is look in it. Now.
It's a call for some serious accountability, isn't it?
Radical accountability, really. If you buy the premise that the external is the reflection, then you can't blame the mirror anymore. You have to shift focus from fixing the reflection, the world out there, to looking at the internal state that's creating the image.
That level of responsibility is, well, it's intense. Let's maybe take that intensity and see how it applies more practically, specifically to us as individuals, our social lives. This comes up in the reasons, right?
Yes, exactly. How do we actually handle this super high-definition mirror, especially when we're complex, messy people?
And the song gives an instruction for that.
It does, a really clear one. Embrace ourself in contrast.
Okay, embrace ourself in contrast. What does that mean exactly? If reality reflects everything, trying to hide bits of yourself seems counterproductive.
Totally. It means accepting the whole picture. If you try to reject parts of yourself, you're just going to get a patchy, incomplete reflection back.
What sort of contrasts are we talking about? I mean, it's easy to embrace my good qualities, maybe, but the contrast of feeling insecure or lazy sometimes.
You have to accept the whole spectrum, apparently. Your competence and your moments of doubt, your drive and your times of feeling weak.
Right.
Think of, like, a painting. The shadows and dark bits are just as vital as the light parts for creating depth, aren't they?
Yeah.
The song suggests if you only accept your light side, your reality, your reflection will just be flat, one-dimensional. Embracing the contrast is needed for a full 3D reflection.
And embracing that contrast, that feels like it leads straight into the next instruction. Take of the filtered mask.
Exactly, they're linked.
In today's world, with social media curation, professional personas, what is this filtered mask representing?
It's basically any way we present ourselves that's designed to hide the full honest picture, the full contrast.
The armor we wear.
Yeah, the armor. We wear it to stop others and maybe even ourselves from seeing the whole messy truth. But if the song's premise is right, that everything is unified, wearing that mask guarantees you're looking at a distorted reality.
Because you're putting out a distorted signal.
Precisely. You're intentionally blocking the unified self from seeing its true whole reflection.
So wearing the mask isn't just about social awkwardness. It's like existential distortion.
Yeah.
You filter yourself, you get a filtered reality back.
Which blocks the whole point, right?
Real.
The goal stated is to check out our reflection clearly. The mask prevents that.
So taking the mask off is step one for clear vision.
It seems to be the prerequisite. And once that mask is off, the truth of our relationships becomes, well, unavoidable.
Ah, yes. And this is where the lyrics get incredibly specific, isn't it? That memorable line about friendship.
Yes, the definition of friendship as self-reflection. Tell us about that part.
It's possibly the most directly actionable bit in the whole song. It states, our friendship with another is a mirror of our friendship within ourself we have today.
Wow, okay. That's a diagnostic tool right there.
A high definition one, yeah. For basically any relationship you're in.
Yeah. So that's a pretty bold claim.
Yeah.
It's saying any friction I feel with a friend, any annoyance, it's not really about them.
Not primarily, no. It suggests it's a reflection, a manifestation of how you treat yourself.
Can you give an example?
Okay, say you're constantly irritated by a friend who seems flaky, always cancels plans. The lyrics would prompt you to look inside. Where are you consistently letting yourself down? Where are you not following through on your own intentions or commitments?
So the irritation with the friend is mirroring an internal irritation with my own contrast, my own flakiness, perhaps.
That's the idea. It can be really uncomfortable to hear that, of course.
Yeah, because it takes away the blame game. You can't just point fingers. Exactly. It makes the external relationship a pure litmus test if you want a better relationship with someone else.
The instruction is,
yeah,
improve your relationship with yourself first, your internal self-friendship.
It creates this perfectly contained feedback loop. The quality of your outside connections just indicates the level of acceptance you have for your own full contrasting self.
Wow. This has been a really unique deep dive.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how much practical philosophy can be squeezed into a song.
It really is. So just to quickly recap the three main pillars we've sort of pulled out.
Go for it.
First, reality isn't fixed. It's this participatory play shaped by your choices right now.
Right.
Second, all of existence is basically one unified mirror. The outside world just shows you your internal state.
Got it. And third?
Third, authenticity, taking off that filtered mask, embracing your whole self, contrast, and all that's essential for seeing a clear reflection and having fulfilling relationships.
Okay, so as we wrap up, maybe we can leave you, the listener, with a final thought to chew on. If the main goal here is to check out our reflection of who we are today, and we now think accepting our own contrast is key for that clarity.
Yeah.
What happens if we start seeing conflict with other people, not as just a problem, but maybe as the clearest possible sign the universe is giving us?
A sign of what?
A sign that there's a chance right there to resolve an internal conflict that's being mirrored.
So the most challenging bits of that life's replay, they might actually be the most valuable scenes.
Because they offer the sharpest focus on what's going on inside.
Definitely something to mull over.
Indeed. Something to think about until our next deep dive. We'll talk to you soon.